I could never imagine it could happen so soon. But this was extremely pleasantly surprising for me to see that these ladies sitting in the parliament have now decided that yes, women issues, we agree on these, let's start working on these.
This will change the face of women in Pakistan. And I would like to here mention that Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto was a great visionary, and her contribution to women's confidence and empowerment is being reflected very well today in today's parliament. And the speaker of Hamida Mirza, Nafisa Shah, Shahnaz Wazir Ali, Nuzhat Sadiq and other members, the way they have worked with patience and hard work, and of course the support of UNDP to form this caucus, it gives hopes to women like us that we will see women playing the key role.
Thank God we have a woman, thank God, because for her it has been a labor of love, and with great feeling and commitment, because she comes from a backward district herself. She has engaged us in bipartisan politics for women.
चाहे हम हाउस में बिल्कुल हम अपनी पार्टीज़ को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, वहाँ इश्यूज़ पे बात भी करते हैं जिससे हम एग्री ना करें, वहाँ डिसएग्री भी करते हैं, कोई बात ऐसी हो जिस पे हम ना एग्री करें, तो मगर एक ही ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है कि इस पे औरतों के हवाले से जो भी इश्यूज़ हैं वो हम सब यहाँ कोशिश करते हैं उनको एड्रेस करने की, और अब लेजिस्लेशन भी करने लगे हैं वहाँ पे, और आई थिंक उनको क्रेडिट जाता है मैडम स्पीकर को भी, जिस तरह उन्होंने खुश असलूबी से वो अपना हाउस रन करती हैं, इसी तरह ये कॉकस को भी रन कर रही हैं।
बिकॉज शी इज़ द फर्स्ट वुमेन स्पीकर ऑफ द नेशनल असम्बली, तो उन्होंने कोशिश की कि भाई अगर ख़वातीन अबव पार्टी लाइंस इकट्ठे हो जाएं और जो ख़वातीन के इश्यूज़ हैं उन पे काम करें, तो उसकी रिफ्लेक्शन ऑटोमेटिकली नेशनल असम्बली में होगी, और इसीलिए उन्होंने ये इनिशिएटिव लिया जिसमें फिर सारी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ को ऑन बोर्ड लिया और एक वर्किंग काउंसिल बनाई जो एक एजेंडा सेटिंग करती है, जो रिव्यू करती है, और वो एक डायरेक्शन देती है कॉकस के कि किन किन इश्यूज़ पे काम करेंगे।
In the past, I mean, I've done analysis of the assemblies for 40 years, in the first 40 years, and we discovered that there were women who used the arguments that we are using even now, but were bound by party lines and therefore would not contest anything that they may personally feel is not right. But we find that in the last parliament, where there's been a critical mass of women have managed to come together on issues, and I think that is one of the most important and significant developments. And this caucus represents maturing of that development.
This is the first time that women from across different parties have risen beyond their party allegiances to come together on one point agenda, and that is that when it comes to women and of this country and the women's cause, women's issues, then we are together on one platform. We will not allow the parties or let the parties divide us.
Getting together across party line in order to have pro-people legislation is easier said than done. This far, but still no further.
अल्लाह दे आसरे ये लब गया तो खा लिया, नहीं लब गया तो अल्लाह वारस। दिहाड़ी जब मिल जाती है तो फिर कर लेते हैं मेहनत मजदूरी, ना मिले तो ऐसे ही। पानी नहीं है, पानी का तो बहुत मुश्किल है।
बाजी क्या बताएं हम आपको, यही बता सकते हैं भाई बहुत मुश्किल हाल हो रही है सारी।
The common thread which I see between the women parliamentarians is their commitment to help the suffering women of Pakistan come out of their pain, to eradicate illiteracy, to reduce maternal mortality. And on these issues, all women are together. So hopefully it should not fall apart.
The zeal, excitement and dedication of women parliamentarians are certainly reflected in the program of the caucus. They are actively engaged in schemes to rebuild the depleted structure of women policing, propose amendments in the existing statutes to check violence against women, enhance the efficiency of women-related organizations, volunteering wholeheartedly for the relief and rehabilitation of the IDPs, and agreeing to dedicate their development funds for the projects of women health, education and security.
Having accomplished so much in so little time, the ground situation still demands much more from them.
So if the women across parties somehow agree on the minimum agenda, women's agenda, which they think they should be lobbying for and they should be pushing through the parliament, or whether it's legislation or policies or whatever, then I think it is, there's more likelihood that they'll be able to achieve that,
And they have a sense of responsibility and sense of accountability towards their women folk. I mean, look at the last time also when the development funds were not given to the women from elected on special seats. They said, you don't have a constituency. The half of the population, nearly half of the population, contributes to the development of a nation, of a country. I mean, how can a country develop with half of the population being sidelined?
And I think it's an extremely important step. The caucus has to be, in the next 3 or 4 years, for it to be really powerful and strong, it has to organize itself, be on the same page on issues, be able to answer the questions of women parliamentarians on issues that they fail to understand or don't get the complexity of. Now, the caucus itself has a lot of women parliamentarians who are capable of doing that, but it also has a whole range of women outside the parliament who are willing to come and inform, share, deepen the understanding of issues.
The continuity of the parliamentary system and the democratic dispensation is a great challenge. It's a challenge both for women and men, and also for the people of Pakistan and the political parties.
So this is the platform where they can work for the betterment of women, because today the women are pinning their hope with this parliament and with this caucus. And obviously there are challenges, because there are challenges to the parliament, to the democracy, and there are several challenges to this caucus as well. I'm already hearing of men caucus. So it is, but then I think the kind of support we have, this is the best time to do it.
At this juncture of history, this caucus is expected to make history rather than become history. Women's Caucus today stands at a position of advantage, where for the first time in the history of Pakistan, all important high public offices sound committed to women's empowerment and stand united. History is witnessing one of the rarest occasions where women are getting organized in every field. The civil society stands united to support women in parliament.
And I think it's a God-given opportunity when the President is supporting, the Prime Minister is supporting.
वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो आएगी, वो सुबह कभी तो